Mm. Hello, how y'all doing? Thought I would go on a live during the day so it can be a little bit more clear. To talk about that famous couple that we love to talk about, but everybody loves to hate on, even though they ain't really a couple, but they is a couple, and they all just getting on our nerves. Anthony, Shayla, Wayne, Anthony and Shayla, Amber and Shayla, PR and Shayla. Oh man, PRE and Anthony, not PR and Shayla. Ew. Yeah, that wouldn't be good. Miss Atlanta, OTV fans be tripping. What happened now? What they talking about? I seen the one where O'Neal was talking about he gonna side with Anthony and say that he need to say something back to Emma. He just being messy because he know good and well in the real world it does not work that way and it shouldn't work that way. Anthony should not be getting mad because this girl is with Amon whatsoever. He's with his wife. So what she's supposed to just bow down to them and have no say so when it comes to her son, and just because they're married, they supposed to follow everything that she says, even though your husband, Amber, was the one who cheated on you with your best friend and had baby. Come on now, when it first make any sense? That's still all done out of hatred instead of just looking at the fair facts of the matter, the sheer what it is, and look at it for right and what's wrong. Currently, right now, Anthony is in the wrong. He is absolutely positively wrong about how he's handling Shayla, what he's trying to do when it comes to Kai. Anthony really doesn't want Amber heard there for the money. Well, we all know what his intentions was, but unfortunately, he's stuck where he at right now and can't get out of what he done did. Even though he was doing it to protect his money, he's stuck there. So because you decide, once again, Anthony, this is your decision, and you're trying to make everybody fall in line up under your decisions. You decided to go back. You the one decided to do that. So was she supposed to pause her life, not do anything, live up under your ruling because you want everything to be kosher for you? You know, this man ain't thinking about Amber, Shayla, Sakai, and now since delusional Amber want to bring in her adopted son, David, into this whole mess. She is absolutely crazy. Amber done lost her freaking mind. She is crashing out big time. She is using that baby to try to hold on to Anthony. But you cannot use kids to keep nobody, man or woman. You can't. Either they're gonna be there because they want to be there, or they're not. And she got to get that through her head. She accepted this man back with no change. Then he's giving her nothing. He's giving her exactly what should be expected. Absolutely nothing. Because you required no change to get him back. Now she can fix this if she really wants to, but she's gonna have to let go um of this narrative that she got going on in her head that somehow this adopted child is going to make her husband stick around in her household because they have an adopted son in their house. This is his biological son. He wants to be with his biological son, and you done sat there and told him you can't accept his son. Okay, let's just be real here. Okay, you going to get an adopted son who y'all lost, by the way, because of all this foolishness the first time, is not going to fix what is going on. They need counseling. She needs some type of help because she is spiraling out of control big time. Oh, he gonna leave her. He working his way back to Shayla already. That's why he getting so upset. His frustrations that he's taking out on Shayla right now is because of what's going on at home with him and Amber. Same reason why he continued to have the affair with Shayla because of what was going on with him and Amber. Anthony does not want to be in that marriage at all, especially after he found out. that she was cheating on him with Wayne right up until y'all said I do. Literally jumped out the bed, put on her dress, kissed you, and said I do. Okay, so he doesn't want this woman. He doesn't trust her whatsoever. And where there's no trust, there's nothing. Where there's no trust and there's communication and depth, people can be in loveless marriages. They do it all the time. Okay, I ain't gonna say it right, but people do it all the time. Um, and stay together, but you're gonna have issues. You're gonna have issues where one person is stepping outside or looking for somebody else. They're constantly looking, you know. So you're gonna have issues on that note. Amber got to realize Shayla and Kai is going to be there. Right. She has to accept it. Amber honestly thought that when she putting her husband had to do the second DNA test when the first one already said it was his child, that it was going to not be his child. So she was never banking on the fact, what if he came back and it was really his child? And it did. He came back and it really was his child. What was she going to do then? Because everybody had been putting in her head, oh, look at his hair. He got red hair. His grandmother's Hispanic. Come on, he could be red. His mama has to be. Okay? So, like, his hair can be red. Hey, Deanna, Washington, how you doing? Um, look at the color of his hair. He don't look nothing like Anthony. This is a skit, y'all. You know what a skit is? Make believe. It's something that they're making up. This is not his real son. Okay. So he's not going to look like Anthony at all. Okay, not at all. That's why I did the whole. Thank you for the happy belated birthday. Um, shout out. Thank you. That's why I did the whole thing where I posted his real son. And I said, "Oh, look, they can really be brothers." No, they can't. I was just playing around because everybody was sitting there talking about the hair color. He got different hair color. Well, his real son has different hair color than he has, and that's his real son. And then what people start saying, his wife need to have a DNA test. What? Are y'all people crazy? Yeah, that's what he was getting ready to say. When he walked into that house, before he saw Armand holding Kai up in the air, and baby, Armand crushed his heart. You know what I mean? He was like, you can never hold him up this high. Just a ceiling fan. I'm like, oh God, he done crushed him with the short people joke. Okay, but he was like, you can never hold him this high. Okay, the reason why he got so pissed off at and didn't say what he really was coming there to say was because he saw Armand and he is in his feelings about this whole thing. And so what he was getting ready to say was, I was thinking about the house that you're in. Everybody's making jokes about she's in a small fishboat, Amber in this big luxurious house. Well, her man house looked like she could put her baby daddy house inside his. I mean, boy got spiraling stairways and everything. Okay, so now that he knows that his baby mama is dating a basketball player who got money, and although he's a weed head, looked like he want to be serious with her. He's trying to up him. Okay, so the way he can one up him is to get his baby mama a better place to stay. But dum, that means I'm mine just gonna be in your new place that she's staying with, that she's living with your child. You know, however beautiful it might be, however with an upgrade, if they're together, he's gonna be there. Get over it. Unless the only way you're gonna resolve this, where no man is around your child, is you be with your baby mother. Okay? And you faithfully stay there with your baby mother. Y'all work it out between y'all. Because other than that, she has the right to go on, live her life, see whoever she wants to see, have whoever she wants to have around her child. Just like when you got the child, you can have whoever you want around your child. She has absolutely no say so over this. There's nothing that she can do. She can get mad all day long. There's nothing she can do. Okay? So all this tit for tat and crap don't even first make sense. Um, Let me read some of y'all comments. Uh, I'm loving the pressure on Anthony. He has lost control. He has definitely lost control. And Amber with her psycho behind. So y'all getting ready to see a whole nother side of Amber. Amber about to turn into Looney Tune. Y'all thought she came off the short, but beep beep. Yeah, but she's about to be a little Looney Tune. But this whole scenario has driven this woman crazy. It literally has. And she's at her breaking point. When that DNA test came back, it was definitely her husband's baby. For the second time, correction, third time if you want to add in Arby's because that's the only other person she was messing with that she really wasn't messing with. That crushed that woman's soul. And immediately after she got those results and they said it was dead. Now she's trying to run to go get an adopted son. Lady, get no, stop. You need to go get some counseling. You need to get some help. Because ain't no baby finna save absolutely nothing. And then wait till she find out PR holding 2.6 million of her husband's money. Wait till she find out that part. And he's still around here walking around with PR's key, like he PR'd, man. That's why I said I don't know if I said it, but I was thinking in one of my videos, PR affair is loading up. He's getting ready. I think this time if he cheats on Amber, is not going to necessarily. It might be with Shayla, but I think he's going to try with PR. And that's when he's going to really find out that PR ain't really there like you think PR is there. Some of that 2.6 million is about to pay for a new house. Exactly, Joe is. He about to upgrade him. He is definitely about to upgrade because he got the one up Armand. Armand is living rent free in Anthony's head. Anthony thought this was a one time thing. She would never find another man on his status. That all men after him will be beneath him. And so when he saw Shayla with Armand, that did something to him. He didn't care when it was Woody. When Woody was trying to talk to Shayla, oh, you got a friend in me. Okay, he started singing, "You got a friend in me. You can have her. I don't care, because when I want her, I'll get her back." But now that it's Amon, that's why I said, why you ain't saying we're playing basketball? No, I mean, why we ain't singing that? Okay, you were singing, "We got a friend in me." Okay, so his ego is bruised. He cannot handle. And then when Wayne Thomas saw he's 6 foot, what, 6 foot 6, 6 foot 7, and he got her toes curled up in the air. That a tear dropped from that joker eye. And then Amon sitting around here playing, talking, making short jokes about him. You could never elevate your son to the ceiling and touch the ceiling. You can never get him that high. I mean, they are getting his behind. Well, and he should be getting it. He should, with all the stuff that he does to his wife, all the stuff, even down to, "Hey kids, I'm from Jay. I hadn't seen you in a minute. Hey, how you doing? Welcome to my live, sweetie." With all the stuff that he done did to both of them, and the stuff he continued to do behind his business partner's back and stuff like that, he deserves everything he's getting. Touche. He deserved all of this. I don't know why people can't see Amber is mentally unraveling. That's because I'm honestly starting to believe some of these people on these videos and in these comments, they're unraveled too, just a tad bit, because there's absolutely no way you can't see what's going on here. I mean, it's like either they didn't got them all, or they hate Shayla so bad they're willing to accept whatever. Because if they're really looking at this for what it really is, they'll be saying the same. There's just, like I told you, I'm not team Amber. I'm not team Shayla. I'm not team nobody. I'm team right. I'm wrong, and I'm team let's learn from everybody's mistakes so we don't have to repeat these somebody's mistakes that they're making. And then let's talk about it and see how we can because the skits are really real world thing. Like this really actually happened. Believe it or not, dumb people be doing some dumb crap like this on the daily. Okay. And people are going through stuff of this magnitude. And guess what, y'all? It's happening whether the person is rich or poor. I'm telling y'all, when I was a cab driver for those 13 years, I literally, this man was about to kill his wife. He literally, I don't know if I should scratch that part about the KILL. He basically did a recon thing with the cab where he went in the cab so she couldn't know that it was him, but he followed her, literally followed this woman to her boyfriend house, who happened to be a bartender that she met at a bar. And when he seen it, because you could literally see them through the window making out, he was like, I'm finna kill. I'm finna kill. And I'm like, what? And so he's telling me everything that's going. And this man was a wealthy man. He could have probably had anybody he wanted, but he was so stuck up on his wife and was upstairs cheating on him with the bartender that his heart was crushed. It happens regardless. It doesn't matter if you're rich or poor. It's not about people's money. It's about people's character. And if you got somebody who ain't got no morals, if they're piss poor morally, they ain't got no morals. They ain't got no morals. All right. That's why I said in my last video, she talking about Shayla low down dirty. She about as low down and dirty as you are, sir. Y'all have to look at this and not just look at what's going on. Miss Atlanta Anthony is not getting David. Well, right now he's agreed to go along with it. But what I'm thinking is, and he's forced to go along with it. I'm thinking that the lady from the adoption agency, she saw how Anthony really didn't know about David, but but Amber told him he did. So that was the first strike against Amber because you done lied to me to get me here. Because you told me he wanted to see him and yeah, he knew you wanted to adopt him back, and that wasn't the case. And that woman was reading that. She was reading that porch because they wasn't inside, so I can't say she was reading it on. She was reading that porch, so I don't think she's going to let it go through, because now she see it for herself that Amber's around here lying just to get what she wants. Uh, friend Clarence. Friend, I've been disagreeing with you, but I definitely see him getting into an ego war with Amon. Yes, he is definitely going to get into an ego war. But here's the thing, I was surprised that um Anthony shot it at Amon because we always said you tried that with Dalen because you know Dalen can't fight. Everybody know Dalen can't fight. He said he can't fight. Okay, so you tried that push down on the ground and dragging him, but you ain't finna do that with nobody else. He ain't even doing it with Wayne, and Wayne, you could blow him away. I mean, a good wind come through here, he gone. Okay. Um, but so the fact that he actually stood up to him and he said something, even though he was wrong for saying it, I was a little bit shocked on that note. Because maybe he feeling himself because he did drag his friend that can't fight. I don't know. Um, maybe that's what's going on. But Amon kept trying to say, "Man, you don't want none of this." Then homeboy started, what he say? I'm from Indiana. Amon said, "I'm from Chicago, but we don't need to be calling states on this stuff because this ain't about the states." If I hope I don't know where you finna go with this, but I hope you're not finna go there. Man, this man will wear you out. You hear me? Don't take it because he around there smoking all the time that he ain't got it. On a personal, how is your car? How is it? Like this. I'm outside. Um, that boy was about to cry after that last year. He sure was. He was pissed off. He was pissed. Pissed. At the highest level of pistosity. And I don't even know if that's a real word. But he was pissed. He waited for her to come out that door so they could finish their discussion. He wasn't finna leave that. He wasn't finna leave that property without talking to Shayla about what he was finna. Because he feels like once he say what he say, he can control her. But here's the thing: she's under a new man. She's being led by this man. She don't care about what you got going on at this point. You lost her when you did her the way you did, and made her think y'all gonna be together, and then got back. So you know, it's about to done deal. Right, Anthony's going to crash out on him. He is. They hate Shayla so much they can't be objective. Exactly. I'm convinced that Amber stands needs to be studied. It's like the mind control with them, right? Y'all, I told y'all when she put that long blonde wig on that she wore when she got married after she slept with Wayne that same day. I told y'all, I already knew what was getting ready to happen. And they done brought back mindless Amber, clueless Amber, because that's what that wig represented. Because she act like she ain't got them on when she had that wig on. What they need to do is take off all the wigs and let Detroit Amber be Detroit Amber, even though she can't fight, y'all. The girl can't fight. She don't say she can't fight. She even took fighting lessons because she can't fight. And still wasn't doing good at that. Okay, but they need to take off all the wigs, let her wear her natural hair, and be Detroit Amber with some common sense. Because see, when she turns to Detroit Amber, she acts a little like she got something going on up there. Remember when her daddy had that young girl that he was trying to get with, and she was about to get with her daddy. You only want my daddy for his money. Okay? We need that. We need that Amber in her real life because these long blonde wigs that she be wearing, the He-Man wigs that she be having on, all that stuff, something going on up there. Take that mess off your head, regain who you are, and get some straightening in your house. So, um, it's like Beyonce, Anthony wants Shayla back. Yes, he does. Yes, he does. Ever is moving shady. She should have told Anthony about David. He was ambushed. Yes, he was. Now, some people are saying, well, we have to be sensitive to Amber because she lost her baby and she lost the adopted child. Yeah, but she lost all that behind her husband, who she took that with no change. This is the stuff she ain't looking at, okay? And I'm sympathetic to her to the fact that she wants a child, and for some reason they got this narrative as if this woman can't have no more kids. You had the first one, so it's a possibility that you can have another one, unless that first one was not by your husband. Okay, but still, that don't change it. You was pregnant. Whoever, whoever you was pregnant by, you were pregnant, okay? So if you got pregnant once, you get pregnant again. Like the song say, if he did it once, he can do it again. So let's get over that. You just right now might not be the time. The time is not because of everything that's going on. Clear is about the fact that he is about to confess his love. Well, I don't know if he's gonna profess the love part just yet, but I think we already know he loves her because he told Piari that he loved her. But I don't think he's gonna let her know that because that's kind of his leverage that he has over her. She's not really sure whether or not how he truly feels. If Shayla really knew how this man felt, Amon, we ball player, ex ball player, Amon, you gonna be out of the picture because that girl love her so Anthony. Okay. Um, the adoption representative is a smart cookie. She doesn't fall for the okie doke, right? And some of the people on Wayne's channel were saying that that's his real mother because they look exactly alike. Because he is in his feelings, he can't help it. Dante, Bianca, you're right. Shayla like that about Anthony. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. They like that about each other. Where y'all looking at it as it's toxic and they're always arguing, that's their love language. That's how their whole relationship was derived around. It was derived around her boosting up his ego. And when he found out, when she got upset with him, it turned him on. He continued to make her upset. Some people, y'all was like, who wants somebody just hitting on him and stuff like that? Some people actually like that, okay? As long as you ain't going too far with it, they'll let you because they know in the end they're going to get the benefit from it anyway. Some people, that is their a crazy love language, but some people like that. Some people like toxic relationships. That's why they'll leave one toxic relationship and jump right back into another one. I mean, that's just who they are. Um, Shayla like that about Anthony. Anthony does have a dark side. I told y'all he have a dark side. Did I not? Mark, go back on my video where I was talking about that, and I was saying, Anthony is a new villain is now in. They're getting ready to make Anthony a villain. I think something is really going on with Anthony because we keep seeing like it's like he shows you sides of him, but then somehow it gets suppressed. Whether it gets suppressed once he's talking to somebody, he sort of suppress it. But there's another side of him. It's not just that narcissistic side that we see. I think he got some anger, aggression issues going on within himself as well. Anthony does have a dark side. Remember when he stood up to Mike when Anthony changed Blake tire? Right. And Wayne said Anthony knows some form of martial arts. And Wayne said, girl, don't tell me they finna bring karate up inside that country, Wayne. Not karate. Oh, Lord. Y'all know that's why I used to love when I was younger, though. Knows some form of martial arts in the old Miami skit where Wayne wanted Sarah and she brought her boyfriend Mike. Anthony is going to become ruthless. Yes, he is. Yes. Miss SkitLanta, Anthony's going to marry Shayla. Ooh. If he marry her, it's because he ain't got no other choice because he done lost everybody else in his life at this point. I would have said I agree with maybe marrying her when he was still over there, but now I think they'll be together. I don't know if I could say he will marry her, but even if he married her, she's gonna get the same thing his wife is getting. What's the point? Exactly, Miss Carrie, crash out loading. Anthony got to make it up. He has to make it up to who? Shayla? Oh, Anthony could make it up with Shayla real easy. He can do it 1, 2, 3. Tell her, I really wanted to be with you. Trust the process. I was just trying to tell you, wait till I move my money around, honey. I want you and my son. When I thought my son wasn't my son, I thought I was losing my family. I want my family back. Guess what's gonna happen? Bye, mine. I got just like she told Mike. Bye, mine. I gotta work with my family. I'm doing this for us. We need to be together. He was just trying to save his money, which that's what he was trying to do. She just didn't give him an opportunity to explain that. Um, I commented that about the adoption representative being David's mom. He looks just like her. He is so cute. Yeah, he is. Country Wayne said Ant is sneaky. Yes, yes, Anthony is very sneaky. He called him a lizard. He called Anthony a lizard, meaning I think he changes who he is depending on who he's around. But he also said he was like slick, cunning, conniving. He's manipulative. And he was like, I don't trust you, but I trust you to be yourself. Basically, he saying ain't nothing that come out your mouth. I'm believing what you saying, but so I'm believing that you're gonna be a liar. So I already know who you are. That's a bad thing for your business partner to tell you you can't be trusted. I can't be in business with somebody I can't trust. He's still trying to move his money around. I think because personally, I think he done got all the money moved around that he needs to get moved around. At this point, because remember, he never took her back. He never took her to the bank. He never put Amber on that bank account, and he was never planning on it. Every time she brought it up to do it, he would compliment her on her looks. You know, Amber is she's big, she's real big. Don't tell her about how beautiful she is and all this other stuff, and how well dressed she is. That's all you need to tell her, and everything else out the door. She's not looking at her husband is hiding money from her. She's not looking at her husband is taking care of other women. She don't care about all that. All she cares about is as long as she look good and she got money, she's okay. She's happy. I keep telling y'all, Shayla and Amber are one in the same. They're the same exact person. It's just one is better dressed. Well, was better dressed than the other one because now Shayla's starting to amp her dress code up. Right? They're two peas in a pod. Birds of feathers definitely flock together. Amber is slow. Yeah. Beep beep. Yeah, she's a little slow. That's why I get in. Beep beep. Uh, that's why I say that throughout all my videos. Y'all, when y'all on these videos after y'all watch my skits, make sure y'all hit the hype button. I know I think they give you like 3 hypes a week, so I don't expect y'all to hit it every single week for me, but hit that hype button because what it does is it pushes the video out to more people outside of your group to promote your people to watch your videos a little more. So thank y'all on that. And I did mention the second channel that I'm doing the experiment on. It's going to be called Duval Shenanigans. I think I'm gonna put my first video up tomorrow, so go check out that channel. Subscribe to that channel as well, y'all. Thanks for the love and support. I will be showing you around my city. But it seems that Anthony can't run anything past it. He can't. He can't, and that's because y'all, if you really look at it, Anthony, even though he's married to Amber, he's been with Shayla longer than he's been with Amber because he has been in a solid, committed relationship with Shayla longer than his wife, which is crazy because the whole reason she knows him, Anthony, is because of his wife, right? But they've been divorced longer than they've been married. I'm not divorced. They've been separated longer than they've been married, and since they were together when um they were together before they got married. They were together after. Matter of fact, they just stopped being together a couple of months ago. So if you look at all that time, she had enough time to have a baby. The baby done turned 1, right? And they just had their first year anniversary. That means she's been with him longer than Amber has. That's why, and she understands him better than Amber because she's been around him more, right? And you know that you be in a relationship with somebody, you're gonna learn them, you know. Amber don't know him because she ain't been around him long enough. They got married too fast. She, in my personal opinion, she married that man way too fast. All she knew was she wanted to be somebody's wife. Her current boyfriend who they was on a slope, which was Wayne, he wasn't ready to commit. She saw Anthony, he was a millionaire, and she was like, he can give me the same life that Wayne can as far as money, and that was right. He could give you that as far as money, but he could not give you the feeling that Wayne gave you. And so that's why you kept running back to Wayne because Wayne fulfilled whatever this was inside you while your husband fulfilled your pockets. But truthfully, Wayne was still fulfilling your pockets as well because he was bringing you businesses and everything else. She settled. Bottom line, she settled. She's instead of just waiting, and honestly and truly, I think if she would have held out just a little bit longer, Wayne would have changed for her. That's why he's so pissed off, and that's why he's being so petty with him because she was the one woman that was about to get him to change. He was starting to look at things a whole lot different when it came to a relationship and marriage and all that other stuff. But when she decided to go ahead and be with him, he backed away. Because remember, he said in a skit not too long ago, he was like, "You act like you the only one got hurt." He was trying to tell her he got hurt just as well. Right? You hurt me. You know, you went and married this man, knowing you didn't love this man. So she settled. So y'all wondering why she getting so much karma the way she get karma? Because of everything she did. This whole marriage was a sham. He would actually communicate with her and tell her secrets about his childhood. Right. Shayla found out about his fantasy. Shayla found out about dad when he was with Amber. We didn't know all those details about his father. It was Shayla that brought all that out to the forefront. Only thing you heard with Amber was, "Oh, I'm finna give her a couple $1,000 so she can go shopping. Oh, she look good." And his favorite move he liked to do, throw up on the counter and go down. That was basically it. That was the gist of their relationship. That's why I was like, why are they even first getting married? Because there is no true chemistry there. Like, what are you marrying this man for? Right? Um, People still saying the DNA. Clarence. Whenever I say your name, I think every time I say Clarence, I think of, remember P and Samira show where they go. As a matter of fact, somebody said it to you one time. It was like, okay, Clarence. Remember how you say, okay, Roger. But yeah, they're gonna do that anyway. I told y'all, people were gonna, regardless of what that, if that test came back that it was not, that it was Anthony's baby, they're gonna still say that it was fake because they just don't want to believe it. They don't want to believe it, but they got to get past this. This was a DNA company that Amber found. Remember, Amber was the one who found this DNA company, not Shayla, not her mom. You know, so they're trying to find any little thing to say, oh, it was wrong. It was wrong. Then it was like, well, when they go to court, they're going to get another DNA test for the name change. That's not how that works, people. I keep telling y'all that is not how it works in the state of Georgia. I know I did schooling in Georgia when it came to family law during my time when I was going to school. I had to, 'cause I told y'all I switched what I was studying. I went from criminal justice to family law because of my own situation. And it does not work that way in Georgia, just like it is here in Florida. If a father ain't contesting whether or not he is a father, so be it. Write your name on there, bro. But once you sign your name on that birth certificate, and you're gonna need a DNA test to get your name off of there. They ain't taking it off there. Now with Arby, because he signed his name on that birth certificate, in order to get his name off that birth certificate, he is going to have to take a DNA test. Not Anthony, Arby, right? But Arby already took a DNA test and it came back not his. This man ain't gonna care about taking another DNA test. So once he takes that DNA test and it shows that it's not his child, he's not legally responsible for the kid. They will let him take his name off. Now they will say, well, who is the father? If Anthony's saying his little ankle behind up and say that is my child, okay, and they're gonna say, are you sure? Yes. Okay, sign a birth certificate. That's it. The name changes. I don't think in our state is like, I think $35-$40 or something like that. It doesn't even first cost that much money. All you need is witnesses saying that you want to do the name change, pay the fee, and your name is changed. It's not what people think it is. Um, People's Shayla knows Anthony on a deeper level. Right, Beyonce. Yes, she was so focused on Wayne doing the dating and engagement with Anthony, she really doesn't know him. Right, right, Icy. You're absolutely 1,000% correct. She was so into Wayne that she never got to understand and know who her husband was. All she knew was her husband had money. That's all you knew. And you married him based off of that. So you getting what you're getting, ma'am. You're getting that you're in a loveless marriage. You're getting that your husband is cheating on you. You're getting he done had a baby on you because that's what you accepted, and you got the money. You about to lose the money because he shifted the money around at this point. So you better get a little wiser because the one thing you did have, you about to lose that too. Yes, it is off. No real love from both sides. Right. They really need to do a couple swap at this point. Amber needs to go with Wayne, and Shayla needs to get back with Anthony. Miss SkitLanta, do you remember Anthony told Shayla she wants to be a father? Huh? Anthony told Shayla he wants to be a father. Then his father was right. Now, on that note with Anthony and his father, I'm starting to pick up on things that maybe he was looking at it from the view of a child versus what his father was really doing. Because all Anthony really says about his father is he worked a lot. But sir, well, you work on your phone a lot. We don't ever see you go to work. We just see you on your phone. But if that man was out there providing for his family and was taking care of you, and he wasn't doing no wrong, he was just working. I mean, hell, I've been called a workaholic myself at times. I mean, but you have to do what you got to do to provide for your family. But because of that, maybe y'all have the lifestyle that y'all have because he was out there working so much. So I'm thinking Anthony is looking at it from the eyes of a hurt child because his dad was not there. Because he hasn't really said anything as to other than he was working. What did your dad do that was so wrong? Miss Atlanta, when Anthony's going to talk to Angelina that he really loves Shayla. Oh, when is Anthony going to talk to Angelina? I don't think he will. He don't care for Angelina right now. He doesn't. He doesn't care for her. You think so, Clarence? Yes, Gary. I think Anthony was missing love from his father. Yeah, and yeah. By him being always at work, though, I don't think it was because his dad didn't love him. I think his dad loved him so much that he was always out there working to provide for his family because they come from a decent, wealthy family, and you're a wealthy man. But so if a person is always working, there's gonna be a trade-off. You ain't gonna have a lot of time. If money is your goal, right? You're gonna have all the money you want, but you probably ain't gonna have any time for your family, and that's just is what it is. Until you get your business to a point where you got other people working for you, and then they're gonna be spending all their time at your job while you're chilling with your family. Something is going to have to trade off, right? It's Atlanta. The people gonna be mad with Anthony, but right, Clarence, and you've been saying it the whole time. He gonna buy her a big house. You've been saying it the whole time. Oh Lord. I'm gonna fall down. I'm gonna just laugh. I don't care where I'm at. I'm gonna just drop down. I'm gonna drop down and ball out laughing when he do. Cause it's coming. It's coming. Right now, Anthony is in his feelings. They all need counseling. They all need to sit and think what is better for all the. Now they're bringing up David. I hope they just did David as a since everybody was talking about David. Here's David, but they're not going to drag David in this mess. I really don't hope everybody bring a baby into this mess. He shouldn't be in it at all. Um, and poor Kai. They all need to look at what's better for Kai. Y'all adults, y'all did what y'all were gonna do. At this point, what is the best solution for your child? And this is where I think Amber could fix where she messed up with Anthony. Y'all know I'm not a promoter of divorce. I do not promote divorce. I'm not saying go out there and get a divorce from anybody, regardless of whatever you're doing. I don't believe in that. I believe you get married to one person and that's it for the rest of your life. Don't work out. Y'all can separate. Y'all can do whatever, but I don't believe in remarrying until that person pass away. Okay, so I would say separate. Get counseling. Work on yourself. Um, get some type of spiritual leader to help and guide you, and then come back together stronger that way. You can't jump out of one person's bed, jump back into your wife's bed, and nobody had no change or healing. That ain't first gonna work. And then you're talking about you done uh, had a kid on top of that. I have to go, but I am so glad I found your channel. You are so real. Thank you, Carrie, and thank you for subscribing to the channel. Don't forget to hit the like button, y'all, before y'all leave out. And for those, I see y'all on here. I see y'all. I see y'all. Go ahead and hit that like button and subscribe to the channel, y'all. I'm gonna try to give y'all more lives. Um, I try to keep it real. I give y'all. I still tell my opinion on how I feel, but trust me, I'm gonna tell you this is how I feel versus how I see it going. But for the most part, I like to look at everybody's perspective. Everybody give their perspective on what they see, and let's learn from it. It ain't one person over the other. We all done made mistakes. Okay, ain't nobody perfect in the world, but we can learn from each other. We don't have to go through. And even though this is our skits and stuff like this, you can still learn from it. You can learn from anything and anybody, right? Um, Atlanta is a goofy, crazy story. Yes, it is, James. I haven't seen your name around here that often, James. But welcome to the live. Enjoy the rest. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, everyone. Heading out for the evening. All right, Miss Washington. James Steven said hi. Hello. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and end this live, y'all. As always, be your brothers and your sisters keeper. Keep God first. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe. And toodles.